Right now, it's not clear how fast Mendez was driving or what the circumstances were leading up to this deadly crash. Welcome to Fox 4 News at 5. It's been a while since we've seen you here at 5. I'm Shannon Rousseau. A small Clay County school went on lockdown today after a half-naked man, police say, tried breaking in. Out of the 466,000 registered voters in Johnson County, only about 11% of people got this mail. You got to imagine a lot of families were here today, never in their wildest dreams expecting they would have to be doing that. If you're traveling for the 4th of July, buckle up. In the meantime, people are now finding a new place to stay while some of their belongings are now permanently locked in this building. That information comes in less than an hour after police say they found the 2-year-old whose name is Jackson Halley. A little cloudy today, but eventually cleared up, and I think things are looking good, fingers crossed, for the Chiefs game tomorrow weather-wise.
You got your bracket pick already? I see you're filling it out right now.
I just pulled it up. I am so pumped because my team is on here.
Yeah?
The St. Peter's Peacocks are back. This Saturday morning, we finally made it to the weekend this week. I'm Shannon Rousseau. 50 cheers for 50 years. Very fitting. The festivities come 1 month, though, after another parade in Kansas City ended with gunfire. It's easy enough. A lot of people neglect it, which could get you into some trouble depending on what state you're in. If we look inside Crown Center here, this is the lower level, and that's where this shooting happened. When you come to Arrowhead, normally we're here to watch Mahomes, Kelsey, and the Chiefs play in a big game. But today on 9/11, people are here for a much more serious reason.
How to take advantage of them.
Well, you have to, because last week I was in thermals, and I can put those suckers right back in the closet now for a week at least.
For now.
It's the gentleman. He looked even crazier on the mugshot.
Timmy Billingsley lives a few homes down from 75-year-old Wesley McLaughlin. She says he's always been kind of a weird guy, but this isn't anything she ever expected.
But he didn't seem to be, of course, that type of person, but he is.
Court documents reveal disturbing details involving 2 children. On August 9th, McLaughlin is accused of luring a 5-year-old into his home by claiming he had a dog. Once inside, McLaughlin allegedly pulled the boy's pants down and had the boy sit on his lap. Another incident on September 3rd involved a 10-year-old girl. Court documents say McLaughlin lured her in with candy. After refusing several times, officers say McLaughlin pulled her into his home and pulled her pants down before she ran away. We spoke with one neighbor on the condition that we not show her face or reveal her name. She tells us just 3 weeks ago her 14-year-old brother had a really odd interaction with McLaughlin.
Said that Shane said hello to him, which is normal. Shane always says hello, and then Shane was not wearing any clothes. He was just wearing his undergarments, and he said, "Oh, do you mind coming to speak to me in my house real quick?" And then he was like, "Oh, I'm just wanting to know what a person like yours body feels like."
Her brother ran inside and told her what happened. By the time she went outside, the man she knew as Shane was gone. The case surrounding him is disturbing, as she says he came over to her family's home often over the years.
I feel very weird because I thought that Shane was just, a kind old man that was, slowly just aging and getting dementia or something, but that seems to not be the case.
McLaughlin is being held without bond tonight, but he will be in court a week from today for a bond review hearing. Investigators believe there potentially could be even more victims after McLaughlin told them that he's had 5, maybe 6 kids inside his apartment. If you think your child or a child you know was a victim of this man, you were asked to call the KCPD Juvenile Unit. Their number is 816-234-5150. The Royals take a step towards their Crossroads ballpark proposal. Welcome to Fox 4 News at 5. It's been a while since we've seen you here at 5. I'm Shannon Rousseau. In a statement released today, they made commitments to that neighborhood. Fox 4's Jacob Sloan has been looking into the details of this announcement today. He joins us live from the East Crossroads site. So, Jacob, what kind of commitments are we talking about here? What was in this?
Fox4KC.com. Shannon.
Jacob Sloan live at 5 o'clock. Jacob, thank you. In 10 days' time, Jackson County voters will head to the polls to decide whether to approve a new downtown baseball stadium for the Royals. And new polling shows the race is very, very close. Polling done between March 16th and 17th reveals that 47% would vote yes if that election happened today. 46% said they'd vote no, while 7% were undecided. Now, those voting yes want a continuance of that 3/8 cent sales tax that currently already goes to both the Royals and Chiefs for stadium upkeep. Voting yes would extend that sales tax another 40 years. The Royals say they want to use that to build that new ballpark in the Crossroads where Jacob was just at, while the Chiefs plan to use their portion to renovate Arrowhead. And by the way, only Jackson County residents will be able to vote on this sales tax extension. Kansas City-based Remington Research Group is the one that conducted this poll. Their margin of error is 4.5%. Kansas City police are investigating an overnight deadly shooting that happened just before 2 this morning near 28th Terrace and Cleveland Avenue. Officers found 29-year-old Lawrence Pickett with gunshot wounds lying in the woods next to an empty parking lot. He later died at a hospital. Police say Pickett had some sort of interaction with the suspect before they shot him. If you have any information on the shooting, you are urged to call the TIPS hotline at 816-474-TIPS. One person is dead and another critically hurt in a crash that happened near Raytown last night. That happened 63rd and 350 Highway, to be exact. Kansas City police say a Mazda was speeding on 63rd when it lost control and then hit a concrete bridge support. The Mazda then hit another car in the westbound lane. The Mazda's driver died at the scene while the passenger was taken to a hospital with life-threatening injuries. 2 people in the other car were also taken to a hospital, but they are expected to be okay. President Joe Biden signed a $1.2 million bill to fund the government, narrowly avoiding a partial government shutdown. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer came to the floor shortly before the midnight deadline. Announcing a deal was hashed out. The impasse came as Senate Republicans demanded votes on a number of amendments. A compromise allowed for up to 12 amendment votes, paving the way for final passage 74-24. Kansas Senator Jerry Moran voted yes. Senator Roger Marshall and Missouri Senators Eric Schmitt and Josh Hawley voted no. In other news, the search for a missing Overland Park man is now focused on Clinton State Park. The Douglas County Sheriff's Office says family members reported David Kemper missing a few days ago on March 19th. 24 hours later, a deputy found his car at the park just southwest of Lawrence. The Sheriff's Office is asking anyone who has seen him to call 911.
About 10 minutes, Shannon.
Sounds good, Jacob. Thank you. Chiefs cornerback L'Jarius Sneed will not be wearing red and gold next season. Instead, he's going to have light blue, silver, and white. Adam Schefter from ESPN is reporting the Chiefs are trading Sneed to the Tennessee Titans for a 3rd-round pick in next year's draft, and they're swapping 7th-round picks in this year's draft. The Titans are expected to make Sneed the highest-paid cornerback in the NFL. The Chiefs drafted him in the 4th round of the 2020 draft, and he helped the team, of course, win 2 Super Bowls. Last night, the 101 Awards honored its best of the past year, and so did the Kansas City Chiefs. The awards happen every year in KC after the NFL season. Lamar Jackson and Christian McCaffrey won the Offensive Players of the Year awards, while TJ Watt and Micah Parsons won the Defensive awards. The Chiefs also honored their team award winners with Patrick Mahomes as the MVP and Rashee Rice as the outstanding rookie. Broadcaster Chris Berman also got the Lamar Hunt Award for his contributions to professional football.